Want to visit the underwater city. That's where the soul must be. Yup.
Hey, thank you, Dying Demon, for the 100 bits.
Amazing acting, yes. Thank you.
We're back at Cadium. It's good to see that Zeta didn't sink the city after all. Let's hurry up. He'd do it just for fun.
Oh, hey, it's the old guy with the bug, right?
Yeah, I forgot his voice.
Hello. What brings you here again? And where's the rest of the gang? Have you seen some sort of magical tree? This is a submarine. We know that. But there has to be something like that around here. Alright. I don't have eyes all over Cadium, so I won't know. President Zeta does, though. He should know exactly where to find that kind of oddity. Oh yeah, his mention was to the south. Hey, let me tag along. I'm bored as heck, and you need an interpreter, remember?
Are they still making soup from defeated gladiators?
Yep. It'd actually be kind of amusing if the population dwindled every time we came back. Like, dark, yes, but amusing also yes.
Man, this place is nice. Gotta hand it to that idiot. He's got taste. Oh, I found something nice on the shelf. You want to have it?
You received a perfect berry.
Did you just steal that from Zeta?
Ah, Snadhammer, just the guy I wanted to see. So, what brings you to my humble underwater mansion?
Have you seen?
Bulls and Soul, yep, went ahead and brought it here for you. Wait, they misspelled that one. Oh well.
Is it so I've known?
Yeah. It's probably I'm aware or I know, but they just crossed the wires. I know of Dina's backup plan. Not a fan, but oh well.
Wow, you brought it? This might be easier than we thought. I bet that something's wrong. Well,
Oh, well, his soul's actively refusing to be contained. Let me just show you.
so this is where Bolzen's spirit is trapped.
Go ahead, Snadhamwick. Try to revive him with your powers.
Wow, what's wrong? Why can't we bring him back to life?
Something's fighting your powers, Snadhamwick. Something that doesn't want Bolzen to return to this world. It might be related to Logan, you know, Bolzen's former master.
What does he have to do with this?
Bolzen protected Vados, right? No tyrant in their right mind would do that. So I bet that Logan brainwashed Bolzen in some way or another. That's why he refuses to help us. Zap!
I'm confused as heck, but if you want to speak to Logan, I can guide you. He's not keen on visitors, though. If anyone knows what's wrong with Bolzen, must be him. Fine. Let's head to the east. You can't miss that shack in the middle of nowhere. He's weird like that.
Coco has always been indeed the true hero. Coco is great. I just tried to exit through a...
Just through a wall.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, they look like they're doorways or
Yeah,
but
they
they're
kinda
really
do.
shelves. East, though. Didn't he say east?
Oh, I was not paying it any attention.
Because that's the way to the gladiators arena.
Yeah. Dude's mask is reminding you that Crosscode's on sale on PSN. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what your business is outside, but I wouldn't go if I were you. Some small dragons have been sighted, mate. Stuff a nightmare.
Dragons?
What? We're underwater. How did a dragon get in here? Alright, it's a recent thing. I've been meaning to investigate, but I'm not a tamer myself. They're not huge or anything, though, so I'm sure you can handle them.
Small dragons.
Would that be these? No.
This is a dragon.
Oh, it is considered dragon type?
Yep.
So that means that doesn't. So there are actually Nexomon that would attack?
Yeah, they're called. So there are lesser dragons.
Mm-hmm. I see. Oh, that
This
must
looks
be
about right.
Yep.
Ah, well, you look at that. The door's unlocked. Now let's invade some privacy, boys. And make it sound like we're criminals. We are criminals. I like him.
Laboratory stuff all over the place.
Goodness, look at this dump. It's like Logan tried to continue his work at home. Was he researching? Beats me. Something about mutant Nexomon. Freaky stuff. Never got it working, though. But just in case, you can go on ahead first.
Ah.
Ah! Stay away from me, stupid dragons! Shoo! Shoo! I guess Asagon doesn't actually look half bad.
Yeah, he doesn't.
The follower version just looks super dumb. Holy shit, these things have a lot of HP.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't look that bad. I actually rather like the cabochon in his chest and the kind of amber-like horns.
Yeah. Oh, well, too late. We got Fire Goat.
Mm-hmm.
At least until we get the dragons.
Wait, there's more dragons to capture?
The big ones? Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you're telling us that we're going to recruit the Tyrants and
No, the
then
dragons
get the
are post-game.
dragons? Oh, they're post-game?
I'm pretty sure. He did say mutant. This is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the other? Alright. You shouldn't be, shouldn't you be rotting in Lateria or something? Huh? Doesn't even know that Snad Hamwick was pardoned. Pardoned? Amelie's such a... Ugh! You don't look well, pal. As one of Hombling's henchmen, I thought that you'd be well off, like fancy coffee maker, or... If I return to the surface, the guild will just chase me down like a criminal! Amelie, that rat, she wants to shut me down now that she doesn't need me anymore. She's paranoid. She fears that I can make a better version, a new Ultra Venos or something. Please don't do that. I've lost my tyrant, but I've been trying to create dragons in my lab. One day I'll have an army to face that woman, yes! Forget about dragons, man. What if I told you that this kid can revive Bolzan with some magical plot device freaky power? Get out of my house! Please tell us how to stop the brainwashing you did to Bolzan. Brainwash? What brainwash? Bolzan's spirit's clearly disturbed. What did you do to him? Spirits don't have brains, dimwit. Use your head for once. Look, I no longer work for Amelie, so I won't tell you tell her what you're doing. If you leave me alone right now, get out! Can't we, like, beat the shit out of him?
What are we supposed to do about Bolzan then?
Oi, what's the plan now? Logan didn't do anything. What's happening to Bolzan's spirit? Oh man, do we have to go all the way back to the mansion? Whoa! What in the world's going on? This aura! I've seen this before. This can't be right. Something evil's in Cadium. We should hurry up and check in with Zeta. Come on!
Aura? Is it Ash?
Well, the music just got real cool.
If Atlas had seen this before, maybe it's something that had appeared in the previous game?
Maybe. I think I might order a couple of Soylents again. I think that would really help.
That or we can find a mix.
Yeah, we could try and make something ourselves. Or, yo, you mean like a dry mix that we just make ourselves?
Yeah, I thought they had that.
Yeah, we could try that. I heard the Soylent dry mix wasn't very good.
Ah.
And if I remember it wasn't actually that cost effective. I did the math on it.
Right, we did the math.
So if they made a game 3, would you play it? Yes. That's not even a question. Like, I actually really want to go back and play game 1 at some point if I could. It's just time is not on my side on that one. But yeah, if and when they make a third one, absolutely. And I think this game is successful enough to justify a third one. Reminds me, I need to write a review of this game when I get the chance.
Are we just gazing about? Trying to find something awry or amiss? Everything seems fine.
Oh, look at that. People seem as clueless as we are. Huh. What's wrong, pal? You've seen this before?
Oh, no, that was Derek.
What's wrong, pal? You've seen this before? Hope I'm mistaken, but yeah. This is rather familiar. We should get supplies just in case, Ned Hamwick. Might be something very dangerous approaching.
Music's nice.
Yeah, we should buy the soundtrack later. It's like it's fun to listen to.
Oh no!
Ah! Zeta! Atlas! Atlas, you have to sink the city! What happened here? He's back, Atlas! He's back! Zig!
Who?
Alright. Oh, jeez. Change your plans, Ned Hamwick. We're leaving Cadium right now. Are you kidding? We've come this far just to revive Bolzan. Forget about Bolzan. This isn't worth it. Oh. Wall of black fire. That's kind of weird.
Oh, all these ghosts? Does this thing eat ghosts?
Something's going on in Bolzan's room. We can't let anything happen to him. We need his help to defeat Vados. Let's go, Ned Hamwick.
Why are all these spirits in here? Can you talk to any of them?
Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
It's all over. It's all over.
Run, 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 run. Yeah.
Okay, they're saying the same thing.
He's upset. So this is the ghost tyrant, probably. Or someone else?
Look at that.
Creepy.
Ooh.
I like that. Oh. I remember you. Ah! Greetings, friends. My name's Ziegler, Warden of the Netherworld and King of the Afterlife. Snad Hamwick, yes, it's good to meet the King of Monsters himself. I have a complaint, if you care to listen.
Oh, so are you taking away spirits that he wanted for the afterlife?
Well, they died.
Yeah, they did die.
My one duty is to oversee the world beyond, the afterlife, where poor souls like Bolzans traverse to. You are resurrecting the Tyrants, and this is unacceptable. It's unnatural and heinously offensive. But we need Bolzan's help. It's the only way to defeat Vados. I don't care about your petty war against Vados. I also don't care that you are Omnicron's true heir. Please mind your own business, and I will mind mine.
He's been awfully bad about collecting spirits since there are so many of them in the material world, but oh well.
This soul is rightfully mine, but this daring tree keeps fighting me back. I figured that it was your doing. It's not Hamwick. From one king to another, I demand that you release all the souls that you've stolen from me. What do you say? Please let these poor spirits rest from your selfish crusade? Find another way to defeat your enemy.
Huh. This is interesting.
You know what? I assume if I say release tyrants, it doesn't actually work.
So this is an interesting thing. So this guy is king of the other underworld. He just referred to you as, I mean, you're king of monsters, but he's king of the underworld. But you want to revive the Tyrants in order to fight Vados. But he's just saying find another way to defeat Vados. You should have saved before this. Unless this game auto-saves. And yeah, we can fight him.
It does autosave. Yeah, per room change. Release Tyrants.
You want to release the Tyrants?
What a marvelous and wise decision, King of Monsters. You have my sincerest gratitude. Take this as a small tribute from yours truly, Snat Hamwick.
Wait, he just gives you a golden Nexo trap?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must reclaim this soul.
Who's this?
Not so fast, Ziegler. We got you right where we wanted. What? Oh,
Oh, wait,
no.
no, it's the spirit ladies.
Hello, fools! Fighting paranormal things without my help.
There we go. And who might you be?
Do as I taught you, Eliza. I'm on it. Don't pressure me. 1, 2, 3.
What will you do, little chop?
Are they lasering
This-
him?
Power! What kind of magic is this?
Go back to the netherworld, loser.
Do they just fire...
They had like a Vados laser.
I think they just fired Vados at Ziegler. A trap! You tricked me, Snat Hamwick. Curse you! You're no different from Omnicron himself. Titan, Doreen, I summon you to my aid.
Who are they?
Quick, Snat Hammock. I need you to weaken them. I'm not strong enough to banish all of them.
Oh. Can you catch them?
Nope.
Oh.
I really wish you could.
I mean, I suppose...
Like, how rad would that be if I just caught his ghost and he's just like, why? Ow. After you fight them here, they will appear in the overworld. Oh, wait, those 3 are catchable after this fight, Ziegler included. Excuse me.
What does Ziegler look like then?
I don't know, but we'll go find them. Where? Is it just anywhere? Any bush?
Oh, they could be like the legendary dogs back in Gold and Silver. Random global chance. Yeah. Back in Gold and Silver. Oh, so that's Titan. Cool. Yeah, back in Gold and Silver, once you spooked the legendary dogs, they'd go out running all around the world. And the interesting thing was, you could kind of predict where they'd go, because if you happen to encounter one and look for them in your Pokedex, it would tell you where they were, but only if you happen to be standing in the same zone as they were. Or, no, maybe you could see what zone they were in and they would go to an adjacent zone, so you had to predict which zone they'd go to, step into that zone, look in your Pokedex, and then if you were in the same zone, you'd have to furiously go around in the grass until you encountered them again.
Yeah, I hated that part.
When my parents were taking us down to Florida for a vacation, I did that on my Game Boy as a kid. I found every single one of them and I caught them all.
Well, I guess after this segment, I might just wander the bushes for a while and try and catch them all. I don't know how rare they are.
The only one that didn't was Crystal Suicune. Yeah, I had Silver, so Suicune, in the Crystal one, there was a different way to capture Suicune.
Yeah, but the other 2 you still had to catch normally. Let's see. But yeah, so maybe I will try and catch the 3 dead god whatever Nexomon, and you go make dinner.
Did you fight the 3rd one and I didn't even see?
No, we haven't fought Ziegler yet.
We haven't fought Ziegler yet.
So yeah, you can work on dinner while I try and go catch them, and then we pick it back up again. I did not foresee this. It's not Hamwick, accursed king. You will one day regret this. Vados will not be your end. Remember my name, foolish king.
Ooh.
That was, yep.
I can't believe that you were about to hand over Bolzen to Ziegler. Do you understand the predicament that you are in, Snad Hamwick? Vados will find you eventually. You need as many allies as you can get.
What was that monster?
Ziegler is a very dangerous being, but not our problem for the time being.
He must be super upset that Snad Hamwick. After all, you're stealing souls that belong to his realm.
Now that Ziegler is gone, Bolzen seems to have calmed down. Convince him to join the battle against Vados, alright? I will keep an eye out for Ziegler. Don't worry about him, for now.
Surprised this thing can talk.
Mm-hmm.
That monster Ziegler. He tried to drag me back into the underworld. Wait. Thank you, Snadhammer, truly. How could I ever repay you? I will give you anything you desire. How about you help us fight Vados? Crap. Vados is invincible. But then again, I vow to repay my debt to you. Say the word, and we will fight together, even if it is in vain. Awaken me once you have reunited all the Tyrants not hammock. I need to rest. It's been an awful day. We did it. Bolzen will help us against Vados. Let's just hope that Eliza can stop Ziegler. He must be really mad at us. More Tyrants to resurrect. You want to go back to Tagala's hideout? Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so, Chell, break time. I'm gonna go catch the God of the Dead. You want to make,
What do you mean by the God of the Dead? You mean
we
his
can
minions?
go catch Ziegler and the other two.
By just finding them in the world? How?
1% spawn rate. Hey, we got the life power, finally.
A 1% spawn rate. You're gonna have to make sure that you have not only the best Nexo traps, but
I have
food and stuff.
I have a bunch of Master Balls.
And they're psychic and ghost, and I don't know what Ziegler
I have a
himself
bunch
is.
of Master Balls.
Gold trap them?
Yup.
Okay. I suppose
So
I
why don't
can.
you go make dinner, and I...
What dinner do you want? Just the wraps?
Yeah, the Ronto wraps are pretty good. I mean, you don't have to, but...
Ziegler is normal?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. No say. Okay, so I suppose.
You'll be back in a bit, and I'm
regale
gonna go try and catch some things. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom, though.
If it's a 1% chance anywhere, are you just gonna go in the same bush over and over again?
Hey!
What?
Why did I do that?
Why did you do that?
Well, Hail Mary!
Why did you do that?
Hail Mary! Nope. I pressed the wrong thing. It's okay.
Hopefully he doesn't run away.
No, he doesn't. They don't do that. Anyway, bam.
Is it good? Titan was caught.
Yep, Titan was caught.
All right.
Titan was created by Ziegler and serves as a warden in the Netherworld. His main role is guarding the gateway between the mortal world and Ziegler's domain. Hey, sweet. Add to party. Get out of here, Zenogre.
How? Just walk around a little more. No, okay.
No. That'd be rad if they just like came at me until I caught them all.
1%
whoops.
chance? Watch the next one take you 100 tries.
Well, time to power level.
I know that's not how chance works, but conceivably. That was too lucky.
I think that's actually hard-coded to happen.
That you encounter one of them so that you know
Because somebody
you can search
said
for
that
the other?
they ran into Titan on their first bush.
Ah, okay.
It might be a heightened drop rate, though. But
What-
who knows?
What is...
Tromporo. It's dumb as bricks.
Mm-hmm.
But for 1 second, you caught one already. Hell yeah.
Okay, but you still want me to cook?
Yeah.
What if you catch the other ones?
Then I keep grinding.
Alright.
Anyway, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Myself.
Oh, wait, then what am I to do?
Make food? Okay, so we are currently looking for the death gods. We already got one of them.
We got
I think
fed.
I got that on camera. Yeah, we absolutely got that
But
on camera.
The topic of
Art school came up, and so
monthly
we're...
art challenges, and we talked about how we were artists and how we went to art school together, and so people are now asking about art school and which ones they should go to or look out for, or and I think the thing for me is I grew the most personally as an artist on my own time with my own personal projects, and I learned the most in art school not from my teachers but from my peers.
There were like 3 teachers that were fantastic, and then 2 that were good, but they were the kind of adjunct bonus professors.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I will say is no one cares if you have an art degree or not.
Oh yeah, and if you have a degree, it doesn't matter. Like, it might matter for some of those early positions. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you have to have a degree in this," but really, when it comes to art, it's what you create. That's what the people are going to be looking for.
Yeah.
It's what's in your portfolio.
So if you want to go for art school, it's almost better to find a peer group outside of art school and then take like private classes. You know, like the really good online ones by industry professionals. Some amount of me wishes I had done that.
Though our parents would never
My
have
parents
let us.
might have allowed that, but from my perspective, going to college was useful for a different reason. All throughout my life, going to high school and whatnot, like, I did my homework, and I showed up, I did the time, but I didn't really give a shit. You know, it wasn't really worth it, and I wasn't really that interested or applied. Going to college, and being surrounded by a bunch of people with similar opinions and similar hobbies, it was very motivating to have, not competition, finally, but a proper peer group. And so... well, I didn't really learn that much from my teachers necessarily. I myself, as part of this, taught myself, like, hey, nose to the grindstone, get stuff done, work hard, get better, improved, find skills.
And some of our friends had experience working conventions, taking commissions
Yeah,
and
so-
stuff, and they could impart that knowledge, at least on the business side, to us.
And
And
so,
like navigating social media and whatnot.
so I will never say that going to RIT was not worth it for me, but
Well,
I have
also,
some serious
we met.
misgivings about the people that were in charge of that program.
Well, and the other thing too is,
But it's also been almost 10 years, so we have no idea who's still in charge there.
oh, yep, that's true. It has been.
The one
quite
thing
a
I
time.
would say is, like, if you do look at that
I mean,
college...
it hasn't been 10 years. It's only been 7
round up.
since graduation.
But always check, if you're going to school for art, one, make sure what kind of art you're looking for is well represented. You really don't want to be down in the basement in, like, really shitty classrooms.
Working on projects that don't relate or will not be able to be used in your portfolio.
Yeah. And so, like, if you want to go for fine art, I honestly can't give much advice there, but if you want to go for, like, concept art, game art, so on and so forth,
I think the other thing too
find a
is
program that really focuses on digital stuff. And if they don't have, like, a rows and rows of Cintiqs in a lab somewhere, keep looking, maybe?
the other thing too is, where do they have industry connections and such? Because I know
That one's a bit of a mix. But yeah.
it is.
A lot of artists are freelance, which gives them a lot of industry connections that they probably don't share too much. I would say, look at your professors and
see what they've actually done.
Yeah, see what they've actually done, what their most recent works are, because a lot of art professors will actually do work on the side, and even just check their most recent pieces that they've done for someone or for themselves. Shell,
Can I speak though?
I am letting you speak fine. The problem is you don't let me speak.
The thing that I wanted to impress though about the whole professors thing is that It also depends on where the school is situated. We were out in upstate New York. That was nowhere near the industry. All of our friends that have had success in getting into the film or the games industry, unfortunately, they just had to move to LA.
Yeah.
And they, of course, they struggled early on because of it, because the rent there is just extraordinary. But just being in the vicinity, if you look at a lot of I know that we were just talking about how people don't care about, you know, what education you have, it's your artwork that speaks for you. But for some reason, and maybe this will have changed with the pandemic, but there was still this whole thing with applications where they wanted you to be local and in the area, which doesn't really make sense with how everything's
no sense.
Digital now and people can just exchange files.
Thing.
And yeah, so we found that a lot of our friends who have started working in game studios or in film and stuff, they just out of the blue, you know, saved up some money, moved out to the West Coast, and they were able to get interviews and start freelancing and then maybe get hired by studios. But yeah, it's not feasible for most people to do that. So I suppose if you have a leg up by going to a college in the area, and maybe there'd be more internship opportunities, or some of your professors or some of their contacts, maybe they would be recruiting from graduating classes. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
If money, moving costs, general expenses are not a factor, where would we want to live? I want to live in a forest.
Yep. Joe wants to live in a forest.
I want to be away from people. I want to have, I mean, obviously we have to have great internet, but I would like to be someplace where we would still have access to like conventions and nerdy things. And I think what it is at this point, you know, you lived in Boston, I lived in Rochester. We had our experience living in the Northeast and such, and, you know, great. We moved out to Kansas temporarily because it was cheap and it had Google Fiber so that we could build up the YouTube channel. And that was our experience of just kind of, I mean, we were in a newer part of the suburbs outside of Kansas City. So it wasn't so bad, wasn't necessarily rural per se. But being out in Kansas, at least when it came to the film and games industry, was really far removed. So if we wanted to go to PAX East or West, we'd have to take a plane or drive. But, you know, now we're experiencing living on the West Coast, and unfortunately, our first year was us getting set up, meeting people, you know, starting to go to cons and stuff, and we thought, yeah, 2020, you know, this is going to be the year where we, you know, put our nose to the grindstone, get stuff done, explore, see what this coastline is all about. Because everyone wants to move to, you know, Seattle or Portland or San Francisco or LA, right? And we didn't move to California because we knew it was going to be really expensive and hot. Like, Wander can't take heat.
Yeah.
And
heat and humidity are miserable for me.
And we were also worried about earthquakes and fires and, you know, things like that. And between Seattle and Portland, we went, yeah, maybe we'd like Portland more. But we don't regret moving out here. It's been a great experience. It's just that we're stuck.
Mm-hmm. I want to move to Minnesota. Minnesota's a nice place, except for the bugs.
A lot of Wander's extended family lives in Minnesota. So we've been there a couple times. I've been there a couple times. He's been there obviously more times, but that was the first state in which I'd ever had a tick latch on to me. Granted, it was a wood tick, so it couldn't actually do anything, but...
Yep.
That was when we went to your cousin's wedding, and they had that little farm petting zoo outside, and it was so cute. But probably one of the animals had a tick near it.
Washington's a nice place. Washington is. We just wanted to be down near Portland. I like being in the... within driving distance of a smaller city. And so Portland, as far as the cities go, has been my absolute favorite.
Oh yeah, we really like the public transportation. It seems very green.
Yeah.
For a city, there's a lot of
because they actually
greenery.
have green zoning.
Mm-hmm.
Which is major.
And I mean, obviously you have the mountain vistas in the distance and such, and it's really nice. It's just, I think for me though,
You just want to be near family for a little while longer.
Yeah, I do miss being able to go to family for the holidays, and you know, the elderly members of our family are only going to get older. But the other thing too is, out here, you can't get a house on a half acre or acre of land.
Yeah, there's no way to get any kind of land around here. Unless you live out in the boonies. And that's just not really what I'm looking for.
Yeah, because where I'm from, I think my parents' house is on a quarter acre, which is, you know, it's a nice swath of land. You have a sizable front yard and a more sizable backyard where you can fit a pool and still have a bunch of grass to play bocce or other, you know, run around on and stuff. Maybe have a swing set, things like that. And I miss that. Currently, we're in a house that, man, what do you think the acreage is on this? We have a backyard
Depressingly small.
that could fit maybe, 3 hot tubs? 1, 2, I'm just trying to gauge the space. Maybe more than that, but
3.5.
okay. The thing is, it's a very long, thin lot, and there's no yard whatsoever. I suppose the neighborhoods around here compensate by having a more public area, like a public park for all the residents of the neighborhood to go to, but it's one of those things where I want to have my own land. I don't want to hear the neighbor from 2 doors down's yappy dogs all the time. You know, if I had a little bit more land to separate us, you know, between us and neighbors and stuff,
It would mean a lot of sanity. Yep.
Yep.
So you're not planning on visiting relatives after COVID's over? We are. Kind of. I mean, the thing about COVID, from my perspective, is it has revealed most of my extended family are kind of evil. So I've just written them off. And so my family is actually more likely to come visit me, because I'm super allergic to the Boston area. And I didn't realize this until I came back.
I think it's your house.
I think
it's your parents' house.
But, like, I don't want to spend $1,000 just to visit my parents for a week. And, like, we could sleep on my brother's couch or, like, in an inflatable mattress, but that's... I like feeling like I'm alive while I'm on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Hey, my parents might get fiber internet soon.
Yeah.
And since they're being a little bit more projectsy lately, I think they're turning the guest room into an office, and they might start finishing parts of the basement.
Yeah. Anyway, to answer the question of where
we'd like to live.
every once in a while I look at, like, Japan.
Oh, I don't want to move there.
I don't necessarily want to live in Japan.
I wouldn't mind a slightly extended vacation, but I wouldn't want to move there.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is eventually, you know, not retirement age, but, like, I have no idea what YouTube's going to look like X number of years from now. And so, you know, probably over the next couple of years, I'll start working into, like, video essays and podcasting and some other things and just seeing if I can diversify a little bit. I'm sure I can keep Let's Playing for a while and streaming in this exact manner, and I think it would be fine. But there's a little bit of a glass ceiling on what I do, and I'd like to break out of that if I can. And one of the easiest ways from my perspective is, yeah, just having different types of content that have a little bit more of a wider reach. But some of that might involve less immediate time spent, you know, sitting there recording, and a little bit more time, like, writing, for example. And so, I would love to do what we did with Croatia, which is go to a place for 3 months, live there, explore a lot, and then, you know, kind of work in the evenings or in the afternoons or whatever.
Worried about burnout. Yeah, I think the thing is, it really depends on the type of content.
I thought I was completely immune to burnout until this year.
But I think really what that is it's because you've lost that variety.
Yeah.
That's spiced up.
I didn't need much to keep me going, but once that was removed, I have been just having an absolute horrid time.
I mean, the other thing too is, what Wander does is, I don't want to say it's less labor intensive.
What I do is lazy as shit.
Yeah, I suppose I should
just
say
pick
so.
the game of the day, probably 2 to 3 games per day. Sit down, record, talk, have fun, kind of chit chat back and forth between chat.
You see, he will just cut it up and, you know, put the information down in the YouTube description and get these tags ready. And
it is certainly it's actually been a bit of an issue. I've realized I've become less funny over time because I'm too casual. And so some part of me wants to try and figure out how to become zanier.
But you don't want to be one of those guys that clearly overblows it, though.
No, I don't want to be the like zoom in on face because something somewhat ridiculous happened. I'm like, wow, and I start shouting about it. But like
with the crazy thumbnails that just have the person, like the streamer, you know, putting their hands to their cheeks, going ah.
Yeah, like I don't want to do that, but I do want to be goofier. If I can manage it, and sometimes I get the opportunity for that. Oh, we were just obscenely overpowered. I'm gonna clear out the next flame cave, and if we can't get anything, then we'll just be satisfied with Titan.
Okay, I did really like the look of the moon.
I liked the look of the other ones, and I'm really curious about Ziegler. I want to see what he looks like, but still. Like you because you're natural, nothing exaggerated. Yep. And even my humor is me just normal.
Being you?
Yeah. You know, I will go out of my way for dumb humor, but it's not like fake, I guess. Because I've worked with creators that are ostensibly fake. And maybe they're not fake. Maybe they're just more reserved, but it's
really interesting when you see the dichotomy between a streamer that you've watched and then what they're like in real life, and you go, oh, this is not what I anticipated.
Yeah, so I played with a couple of them as they developed, and so like 1 or 2 of them
that's cute.
Sandilla was so cute. Its evolved forms are dumb as heck, but the basic version looks so it's effectively Spike Blob, but still